So today's little video is going to be another update. Um, so tomorrow I technically have my first day with the new job. Because I did get it. Um, so with that technically starting tomorrow, I will be able to ask some more tomorrow when I go in about what exactly my schedule will look like. I'll probably give an update on what my schedule will be. Um, and with an actual work schedule, I might be able to actually schedule like streams and videos a little bit better. Uh, or at least streams. Um, oh, yeah, the hiccups. Sorry, I've been drinking sweet tea. Fucking hiccups. But yeah, I am going to be starting tomorrow. Going to be technically starting tomorrow morning. I have to be there at 10 a.m., which means I have to get up at like 9 a.m. And I'm kind of trying to decide now whether to maybe try and take some medicine and go to sleep early or to get back on a sleep schedule. I just stay up all night and get a monster to keep me up tomorrow. I'm kind of trying to decide that. I'm leaning a bit more towards, laying down and sleeping a bit earlier because I know how to kind of get myself to fall asleep quickly. Um, which little bit of Foox advice. If you have trouble falling asleep, whether it's insomnia, whether it's, whatever, just anxiety, start falling asleep while listening to something. Whether it's, white noise. I personally watch uh a playlist. I put a playlist of videos from a YouTuber that I absolutely love called Tear of Grace. I put on his Binding of Isaac playlist because I love that game, and I started watching that while I was falling asleep because it's something that I've already seen all of the videos. It's something I don't really have to pay attention to, and it's just something that makes me laugh, something that makes me smile. So now whenever I go to bed, I put that on to listen to because I can't sleep in silence. I've never been able to sleep in complete silence. If it's completely silent, I start to panic and I get horrible fucking anxiety in silence, which is why I generally try to talk a lot with yippee. Um, but I started falling asleep listening to that. Before that, I was falling asleep watching playlists of Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Bob, Wade, of them all playing games together. Um, I also was falling asleep to Pokemon lo-fi music or Undertale lo-fi music. Um, the only issue with those, though, especially with the Pokemon, I kind of had to stop because then anytime I played Pokemon, I would start falling asleep. There was one day after spending like a couple months at least falling asleep listening to that, listening to like the Pokemon lo-fi music. Um, I got on and played like I think I was playing Scarlet and Violet, and I fell asleep holding my controller because I had it hooked up to my TV. So I just fell asleep with my controller, and I woke up at like 3 a.m. just with myself sitting there in fucking Scarlet and Violet. I was like, did I pass out or did I fucking fell asleep? It's also happened with Undertale, uh, which is a couple times why I start playing Undertale and I start going kind of quiet because my brain is still so when you do something enough, it starts to become a routine. Right? The hardest thing is starting something because after a while it becomes a routine. Like, getting up and brushing your hair. Or for me it's like getting up and, cuz I got contacts cuz I have to wear glasses cuz I got contacts. And now it's wake up, put in my contacts. I have a little facial thing that I've been doing because I have horrible acne and my face dries out really easily. So I have a little facial thing, so it's become a routine. Get up, go to the bathroom, do my contacts, do my facial stuff, and then get on my computer. Um, it's routines, sometimes they take longer to fully start, but once you get into the habit of doing something, you'll just continue to do it. And it's the same thing with falling asleep. When you get used to falling asleep listening to something, your brain will start to hardwire itself and kind of rework itself to think, oh, when I'm listening to this, it's time to sleep. So be careful. um, like if it's a game that you really like playing, be careful because you might start falling asleep while playing that game. Um, doesn't happen to everyone, but like I don't start falling asleep when I listen to when I play Minecraft. When, that was one of the lo-fi things that I would listen to occasionally. Or I just started listening to some other random lo-fi things instead of ones based around games. Um, but find something that calms you down, relaxes you, that you enjoy watching or listening to, and start falling asleep listening to that. Then your brain will rework itself a little bit and kind of rewire to be like, oh, I'm listening to this. It's time for bed. It's time to sleep. It works. I've told a good amount of people that have had issues with insomnia, like myself and stuff, and they've said that it helped them a lot, that it helped them fall asleep and everything. Hell, when I worked at the hospital, I did that sometimes. Um, there was one day I was sitting with a patient. This has just become a little bit of a talk session, which is fine. But there was one day I was sitting with a patient because I used to work at a mental hospital. I worked there for almost a year. Didn't really end off too well. The boss was a little bit of a dick, but we don't have to talk about that. Um, I was sitting with a patient and they had just come in. It was like 3 a.m. They were super nervous, super anxious, and everything. And they were just super, just looked like they were scared of like everything. They didn't fully know what was going on. They didn't fully understand a lot of stuff of like why they were there, of what to do. And when a new patient comes in, they get put. Normally, if you were a new patient, you are generally put on like a 1-to-1 kind of thing where you have to be in line of sight for the first 24 to 48 hours that you are there. Um, make sure you're not going to do anything and all that fun stuff. Um, so I was sitting with this patient. They were super sweet. We sat and played some card games for a little bit when they first came in to kind of help them calm down. And then when they laid down, I had to sit in the room with them. So I sat there and I had a headphone in because we were allowed like on because I worked overnight shift. Um, we were allowed to have one headphone in. It just couldn't be too loud. Still had to be watching the patients and blah blah blah. So I had one in, and I guess um the sound was kind of loud, and they had kind of asked like what I was listening to. So I told them, and they had asked. They had said that they normally couldn't fall asleep in like silence. So they had asked if I could turn off my Bluetooth and just have some quiet, like calm music playing. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And they within like 10 minutes, if that, I heard them snoring. Within like 10 minutes, they had went from being panicked, crying, being terrified of what was going on to snoring and sleeping like a baby. and they slept the entire night. They didn't wake up once while I was sitting there with them. Um, so it's like it helps. A lot of so with mental health, and I'm just going on a rant. I'm going on a ramble. What the Foox says. You know what? This is just gonna turn into a what the Foox says. Fucking episode one. Um, with with mental health and everything, it, the same thing won't work for everyone. So there's these things called coping skills. Um, some people, it calms them, you know, fucking cranking up the music and blaring their eardrums out with, sound, with, different songs, different stuff. Other people, it's the complete opposite, where loud music and stuff doesn't calm them down, where it has to be like completely silent for them to be able to relax or be able to sleep. Everyone is different. And I my brain just blinked. I I like helping people figure out what helps them because I've had a lot of different stuff that helps me personally. Um like drawing, art, coloring, reading, doing puzzles, watching YouTube videos. Just there's times where I just lay on the ground, put on my headphones and just lay there. Like when uh I need to get new strip lights, but I got some of the RGB lights, the color changing lights that you can put up like on the walls and stuff up in your room. I got some of those strip lights and there were tons of times where I would put on the lights. I'd put it on like red or blue or something, or I'd just have them like slowly change through the colors. I'd put on my headphones. I'd just lay there on the floor and just listen to music, and I just lay there. Um, some people it needs to be completely dark, no light, no sound, completely dark, completely silent. Just pretty much not a not quite sensory deprivation. Um, but there's some people where it's like that. There's some people that, it helps being completely wrapped up like a fucking burrito or getting wrapped up in like a fucking straitjacket or something. That helps them calm down. There's other people that just wearing clothing, like wearing a normal shirt and pants, gets too uncomfortable. So they just wear like boxers or underwear or sports bra, or if it's a guy, just boxers or something. And that's how they calm down. Some people calm down in the shower, taking a bath. Other people just like laying in bed or going outside. It's everyone is different, but I like being able to help people kind of realize it. Like if it's something that they haven't tried and they don't know if it'll help or hurt, I recommend trying it because if it's not for you, then you'll figure out it's not for you and you'll be like, "Okay, I won't try that again." But if it does work, then you've found something that will help you with, that can help bring you down from a bad situation or can help calm you down before it becomes a bad situation. Um, I feel like this is just going to be what these little podcast things become, where I just kind of sit and talk about stuff. I just go off on a little ramble. um, but it's different for everyone. That's pretty much all it is. That. That's pretty much all it is. It's different for everyone. Some people like surrounding themselves with people. Others want to be completely alone with nothing and just completely alone, not talking to anyone, not doing anything. Others, like for myself, it's kind of weird, but I there's times I try to overstimulate myself. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but there's times where it's like if my brain is starting to shut off, which I say when my brain's shutting off, that's just, kind of depression kicking in and saying, haha, get fucked, you're gonna be sad today. Um, Whenever that happens, I've started just kind of surrounding myself with people and doing things so that I can't just sit and think. I surround myself with people all talking to me at once or talking to multiple people, doing multiple things so that I don't have time to slow down and think about what my brain is trying to think about. So it's like if I start having a bad thought of doing something stupid, I will generally try to get out of the apartment, get out of my place, go drive, go, um, or if not, then I've been hopping on VR a lot more. I will try and get in a call with friends. Some people relax by being alone. I am the complete opposite. I need I surround myself with people. Um, yeah, but so that's why it's like there's been times in VR chat where I might start to kind of go quiet because my brain's starting to shut off, shut down, whatever. And I'll go into a group of people who are all talking at once, and that'll kind of help bring me out of it. Um, or I won't let myself go quiet and sit. Like I'll start singing, I'll start doing something. Um, I'll go around and start messing with people. And I do the Alistair voice. I'll start messing with people and just causing mayhem while I'm voice acting. It's something that helps a lot, a lot. Um, yeah. Oh god, I've been sitting here talking for almost 20 minutes. We love that. Um, so back to what I started with this fucking recording with. Um, I have to be there tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I'm probably going to end up getting up at 9, getting ready. I might try and get a coffee. I don't know yet. Um, but I'll probably get up, get a coffee, and get dressed, get ready, and everything, and go. I might do a little bit of makeup. I don't know, like some basic, like little mascara, maybe some lip gloss or something. I don't know. But that will be tomorrow. Um, I'm hoping that when I get done tomorrow, I want to try and come back and stream. I might try and stream some Undertale or something tomorrow. Give you guys an update, see what happens with my schedule, blah blah blah. Maybe tell any funny stories that happened while I was working. Um, but yeah. Uh I guess this just kind of turned into the first Foox rambles. What the Foox says. Uh but yeah. I I hate so my brain just shuts off. I can be in the middle of a sentence and I can be finishing a thought or in the middle of a thought or whatever, and my brain will just shut off and I will forget everything that I was thinking of. And that's pretty much what happened. I said that I was probably gonna stream Undertale tomorrow. That depending on how the day goes, I might talk about, what happened while I was at work, if a funny story happened, like if I fucking fall or if I make a dumb mistake or some shit. Um, but besides that, god damn it, what was I gonna fucking say? Oh, yeah. If you guys want to see more tier list videos, let me know. If you guys want to see more tier lists or other games or anything like that, let me know, please. Because doing the tier list was really fun. But yeah. that's going to be today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. This is probably I'm probably gonna list this as like Foox what the Foox says slash long update. Um, but yeah, I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye bye.